Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. We gotta talk about the WWE 2K25 soundtrack and why we gotta stop doing this, and some fixes that they could do in future games. 2K probably won't do it, but it needs to happen. Anyway, let's go look at this list and let's give my thoughts on it. Okay, so I went and listened to these all on the YouTube Music app because it's included with YouTube Premium. I pay for YouTube Premium because I hate ads that much. I know you can use an ad blocker, but since I am a content creator, I like supporting other content creators by paying for premium. I watch a lot of YouTube stuff, so it helps them a little bit. It gives them a little extra. Anyway, so with that being said, mostly songs. I've heard of some of the, like Jelly Roll and Eminem, obviously. I know who they are. But the rest of these, I've never even heard of before. Now, the selection is not the issue for me. I went and listened to all these. There is literally something for everybody. There's every genre, rap, country, super heavy metal, light heavy metal. There's Pack a Punch is probably my favorite one on here. They sound a lot like the Beastie Boys, like Intergalactic Planetary. That song, it reminds me of that song a lot. So I really like these because I'm a huge Beastie Boys fan. Anyway, so other than that song though, a lot of these didn't really resonate with me. But again, it's not selection because everybody likes different stuff. And like I said, there's something here for everybody. There's one song I like. The problem is after you've played this for about 20 hours, you're going to be sick of these songs. If let's say all these songs are your absolute favorite songs, you're going to eventually turn them off. And it's going to ruin the song for you. Little example. WrestleMania, I think it was the first Day of Reckoning or WrestleMania 18 on the Nintendo GameCube. It had Breaking Benjamin. I was a huge fan of Breaking Benjamin. I loved their music. I had all their CDs. But that game ruined the band for me because it played the exact same Firefly song every 5 minutes. And when you spend hours and hours, I mean, I could have turned it off, but when you spend hours and hours and hours creating your character or playing the game, like on the menus, which is creating your character mostly, it plays the song over and over again. Eventually to the point where I've never listened to Breaking Benjamin ever since. And I know they've had a lot of new music since then. I can't stand the guy's voice because that game ruined it for me. Anyway, so my whole point of this is the one thing AEW Fight Forever did better than any other wrestling game, in my opinion, is they had a massive, massive soundtrack. I never heard the same song twice in one sitting, ever, because there's so many songs in that game. Now, what I usually do is I go through all the entrance music, and I go and I pick all the ones that don't sound like with no lyrics in them, basically. That way it just sounds like background music. The one thing I wish 2K would do is start including original background music, just so it's noise in the background so you're not listening to silence. Now, most people have Spotify on their PlayStation. They have headphones. So there's other ways to listen to music. It's just be nice to have something built in like AEW Fight Forever did. The one thing they did better than anybody. Anyway, so let's look through this list real quick. Fuel, Eminem, of all his songs, I never heard that one. It could have been. He has so many songs that they could have picked that I feel like would have been a better fit for this one. Suffocate, never heard of them. Arabi, Muhammad, never heard of them. Pack a Punch, sounds like Beastie Boys. I really like that one. Hurt You, Spirit Box, meh. It's Supposed to Hurt, House of Protection, never heard of them. Suicide Boy, The Thin Gray Line, Curse by Architects, Black Flag Freestyle by Denzel Curry and the Mexican OT, Halfway to Hell, Jelly Roll. This one's pretty good if you like country. It's got a good beat to it, especially for playing matches or just on menus making your wrestler. I'll probably leave that one and Pack a Punch on. Backbone, Chase and Status Stormzy, okay. Man, I'm so out of the loop when it comes to music. My generation of music that I really listened to was probably the late 80s, and then all the way through the 90s to about 2005, and then I just fell off of everything after 2005. Like once like Disturbed and all them were pretty much just hardly making anything new, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big huge music guy, by the way. Double XO, okay. Jay Bavlin, and I'm butchering these names, I know that. Hertz, Amel and the Sniffers. Yeah, I listened to that one. Nah, man, I didn't like that one. Rat-a-tat-tat-ta. That had a pretty good beat to it. I like that one. Had a mix of like, what do you call that? Electronic and heavy metal. It was pretty cool. I like that one. And then Only Pain. Now, the only one I could find was Gojira. And right here it says Kojira. So either this is a typo or it wasn't on YouTube. So yeah, there's a song called Only Pain by Gojira, but nothing by Kojira. And that's a C. That is a C. So the typo, which is kind of funny. And let's zoom in here so you can see it. See, that's a C, right? That's a C. But yeah, again, Pack Punch is cool. And Jelly Roll's song's cool. I'm wondering if Jelly Roll's going to be the music character, because they usually have someone that's music, like Bad Bunny, Machine Gun Kelly, Post Malone, stuff like that. I wonder who's going to be in it this year. Hopefully it's Jelly Roll. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, so typical songs. I'm old school. I kind of wish they had. I'm trying to think, what other than AEW, what had the best soundtrack in a wrestling game? Sound off the comments below. I think, like I said, AEW just had so much stuff. You never heard the same thing twice, and they made a ton of original songs just for the game. One thing I hope they do for entrances this year in the Create a Wrestler is, instead of having to use someone's real song, right? That, you know how they have a couple like made up ones? I hope they have like 100 original made up songs just so you can use for Create a Wrestlers. Because it's been pretty slim pickings for the last couple of years, and it's been the same ones. There might be a couple of new ones here and there. And in 2K22, they had some really awesome. There was no lyrics, but they were from NXT pay-per-views or premium live events, and they removed them in 23 and 24. Like, bring those back. Those were awesome. Like, anything with no lyrics in it would be great. This is why we need a music editor. Absolutely. Of all the Creation Suite items that they could add, create an original theme song would be huge. But then you get into a bunch of legal issues because people want to upload their songs and stuff like that. I understand that. Ultra Pro Wrestling is going to try to get that in there. I don't know, like, people are going to really put in some, like, well, you're not really paying for the music. You're just using the feature. So I don't think they'll have any issues with that. But if they're streaming a match online, and let's say you download a bunch of wrestlers from somebody that has real music or stuff that sounds like real music, I wonder how they're going to approach that. They mentioned that in one of our interviews. I forget which one. It might have been on the one I did with them. But I'm trying to remember what their plan was for that. I think they hadn't figured it out completely, but they had an idea. So, yeah, there is that. Anyway, so I think this is, typical. I don't think they're ever going to change it to where we have like 40 songs. Like, just throw like 80 songs on there. They make enough money off these. Just give us something else, something more. Because I guarantee you, in about 20 hours of play, maybe less, a lot of you are going to turn pretty much all of these off, even if you love the songs. Anyway, thank you for watching, and stay frosty.